So welcome, everybody.
My name is Randy Curley, and I'm the area manager for TNT Fireworks. I've been with the company for about 14, 15 years as in sales and also area manager. My territory is Auburn down to Olympia and then all the way up the peninsula and out to the Pacific Ocean, I guess. Yeah. And don't forget, we are recording. So if you do not want your face on the screen, please turn your camera off right now. Thank you.
I'm Hallie Vlotica. I am the area manager for Southwest Washington, and I have been for the last 5 years. And I was in it seasonally before that. Sold fireworks too as a kid. Um, and my area is from like Yelm to the ocean down to Oregon, and then over to the Cascades.
Hi, everyone. Then my name is Ashleen Anderson. I am new with TNT. This is my first season, but I've sold fireworks my entire childhood with my family. But my area is everything from Auburn up to the Canadian border over to the Cascades. So if you're in that area, looking forward to working with you guys and just getting to know everyone.
Perfect. And with that, so Ashleen is training a little bit too, along with all of y'all. So with that, we wanted to first talk about Register Special. And we do have a video to show you guys. So Hallie's gonna bring that up.
I'll need some support by you guys telling me if you can hear the video once I start it, because I can hear it, but I'll need you guys to tell me if you can hear it. Okay, let's see here. Can you guys hear it?
Nope.
No, I figured. Okay. Give me
I can hear it.
Oh, you can't.
Sound. Okay, I think I got it.
This season.
Got it?
Remember to offer the register
There we go.
special during the checkout process to all customers. Keep watching to learn how to make this happen.
All right, sir. So is there anything else I can help you with? Okay. So the last thing I want to ask you about is our register special. So what we do is we take one item and we discount it heavily, and basically all it is a thank you. It's a thank you for purchases from TNT Fireworks. We wait till the end to offer it to you, as a thank you for TNT Fireworks. It changes, over the years. This year we have the mini canister. We keep them down here because we don't have very many of them, but it's the mini canister. I don't know if you're familiar with canisters, but the way it works is there's a tube here. There's 6 shots. Every one of these little ones will go in one at a time. You'll light it, shoot it. It'll go about 80 feet and explode about 12 feet. Okay. It's really pretty, and we got them discounted to $10. Okay. You want to try a couple of them? Yeah, give me a couple. That sounds wonderful. Also, remember we have a no-dud guarantee, so if something doesn't work, we'll take care of it. You bring it back and we'll take care of you for sure. The purpose of the Register Special, man, it's a way to increase your sales while giving your customer a value. Only talked about at the register when they're checking out. The goal is to add on to their purchase while they're checking out to increase your sales. Be sure to remind the customer that it's a way for TNT to thank them by offering this super special value every year. Be sure to tell them it's not just limited to one. If you ask them, do they want to try a couple, and they say yes, then put 2 over into their bag. The worst case scenario is they might say, no, I just wanted 1. Most of the time, they'll stick with the 2 because it's a value. Be sure to add the Sullivan knot. If you can get them to nod with you while you're talking, you've won half the battle already.
Right. Let me share my screen real quick. So can you all see that? All right, so this is our register special this year. For the full C is going to be the American Summer 8-shot, $10. And for Safe and Sane, it's going to be the Centennial Fountain. Becky,
And then
do you,
$10 for that one as well.
yes. Yep. Did you want to say anything else on it?
Well, your slide kind of says it all basically, that up to 30% of shoppers will take that register special as an add-on. And so it's really important to offer it up the way that the program is intended, because it is a really a lower price, obviously, than what these items have sold for in the past. And it is a way for us to not only increase sales, but also to definitely thank our customer for being loyal to us.
I think the thought with the register special, when going around and talking to the different tent operators that are running a register special, is it's like, oh yeah, it'll sell. We'll completely sell out of that, and that's not the point. The point is not to sell out of the register special. You're gonna sell out of it because it's at such a discounted price. You're going to sell out. That the point is they, as they're walking around your tent, as they're looking at product in your stand, they're going to look at all these items. They're going to buy, let's say, $100 worth of product. And then at the very end, then you pull out that item. It's now raised your ticket price, if they accept it, from 100 to 110. That's the point. It's to raise the ticket price. If they're walking around your tent and they see the American Summer 8-shot at $10, and they see another item, because you've merchandised it, right? They see another item that's lesser firework but more money, they're gonna take the American Summer instead of the other one. And so you just lost that $10 extra sale on top of it all. So we need to make sure that we pull them. We don't put them out on our tables. We're not merchandising them with the rest of our items. We're leaving them at the register, hence the name, Register Special.
Well, and if you can get that extra $10 on that $100 ticket, I mean, that's a 10% increase in your sales right there. Now, granted, we understand you're not going to do that for every single order, but it's a great way to increase your sales. It's a great value for the customer as well.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was just going to ask if anybody have any questions on Register Special for this year?
Both items
Nothing
are
in the
30%
chat.
off.
No, they're not 30% off. Both items are $10, and the 30% is 30% of your customers, when asked, will buy the product.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's 3 out of every
I get
10.
it.
Yep. All right.
Perfect. All right, Hals, do we want to move on to coupons?
All right. No volume.
Hello.
There we go.
This video is to train you as a TNT partner on how to properly redeem coupons that your customers are going to bring into you at your location this season. We want to train you on how to properly redeem these so that you get the right credit at Return Center. You will receive coupons from your customers in a couple different ways. They can get them from email. We do have some text programs out there in which they would receive it in a text message. And then we do have some areas that will receive printed advertisement and have coupons on them. All these types of coupons you will redeem the exact same way using a QR code reader on your phone. This video is to train you on how to redeem a $1 off coupon. So to redeem a $1 off coupon, you'll ring up your items, making sure that they are above the amount that you are trying to redeem. So in this example, it's going to be a 15 off 130 coupon. So you have your total amount here, your charge. And then to redeem the coupon, you'll go to discounts. And then before you actually hit the discount button, you'll want to verify that the coupon is active and redeem it from the standpoint of the operator perspective. So what you'll do is you can pull up on your phone your native camera, and then you will scan the QR code and it should bring it up. And then once you get to this screen, you'll put in your location number. And you'll put in the PIN code for the year, and we'll give that to you in the training. Hit redeem code, and it should say success coupon redeemed. If it says it's not redeemed, then you can't give the discount and you need to try again, or it may say it's already been redeemed, in which case you also can't give the discount. You must redeem the coupon with this step to get credit at Return Center. So once you've verified that the coupon is good, you can then hit the discount button for the discount amount that the coupon is for, and then complete the transaction.
This year, our military first responders offering will be a $1 off discount. Here are the different offers they can pick from. They will text the word HERO to 70448 and follow the steps to get the discount coupon.
For Walmart or Sam's Club employees to receive our 10% discount, they will present their employee identification and their discount card at checkout. You will complete the required information on the form. They will provide their initials in the box. For Sam's Club employees, you will verify their employment badge, the retail total, and the discount amount will be filled in the appropriate columns.
For the Walmart associate discount, go to the library. Your discounts will be on the left. If you want to charge your product, scan those in. Hit your discount button. Then you want to hit the 10% discount. The discount should be at the bottom for charge. Hit the charge button and then take payment.
Remember, TNT will always match and accept any competitor's printed coupons or printed advertising. We never want to lose a customer, and we want to make sure you guys make as much money as possible. If you receive a competitor's coupon or print advertising and you want to match that offer, just reach out really quickly to your area manager to make sure that we handle it in the right way. One thing we'll always need in that situation is a copy of the printed advertisement or coupon as backup at the return center to make sure that you get the proper credit. A couple final reminders. There will be several different discounts in the Square point of sale, but you might not use all of them. One thing you need to remember is that you must properly redeem the coupon according to these guidelines to get credit for it at Return Center. Just because it's in the Square point of sale does not mean that you'll get credit. You must have the proper backup by either redeeming the coupon using the QR code reader in the Corpus system or having a proper paper backup with you at Return Center. Please remember this, it's very important. We want to make sure everybody gets the proper credit that they deserve. And remember, there's no double dipping. You can only use one coupon per transaction. Thank you.
So I wanted to show you guys a coupon that you cannot accept because a customer showed me this the other day, and I've gotten this every single year. So if you see a coupon that looks like this, and it has not a QR code but a barcode, if you look at the fine print, I don't know if you'll see it, if it'll be blurry or not, but I don't know if you can read this, but it says valid only in the TNT Superstore centers or superstores, depends. And so if you get a coupon like this, just let the customer know that these are meant for our stores that are open year-round in like the South or the East, not at a standard tent, and that's why you guys can't accept it. I have gotten many people asking about that. Another thing with the Walmarts, if you guys are not if your standard tent is not on a Walmart, then you can disregard the Walmart information. I don't know about the other area managers, but I usually send out a separate email to specific people on Walmarts with that information that they said in the video. And then another tip too, when you're training your volunteers on just how to use coupons, if you see there's a TNT associate coupon, don't let them click that or use that. You won't get credit for it. I think a lot of people think like, oh, I'm working in a TNT standard tent. I can use that coupon and it gives me whatever 20% off. I can't remember how much it is. But yeah, just make them aware that they always need to use a QR code or they're taking money away from your profit. If there's no coupon with a QR code for them to scan and redeem, then what you're clicking in Square doesn't mean anything. You're just taking away from profit. So yeah, just good things to note because I had that happen last year of people clicking the TNT discount thinking that they could use it and it took away from the profit. So
Well, and it's really stinky, I think, on our end too. If those discount buttons are used kind of, I don't want to say willy-nilly, but kind of willy-nilly, it's costing you guys money every time you're not scanning the QR code. And we don't want you guys to lose money on that. So scanning those QR codes is really, really important. So definitely make sure that anybody who is on your point of sale system is trained as far as coupons go and those discounts.
So this is this year's pin number. So if you want to take a picture of your screen, this pin for this year is 4923.
However, don't use that location number unless it's
No,
your
don't use that
location.
location. This is just a generic one that's one of my locations. Use your specific WAS, and I don't know if we have any Idaho on here today, but it'd be the WAS number that is on all of your boxes. It's on your invoices. That's the one you use. So just go ahead and take a picture of this and go for it. One thing I did want to tell you guys is that when it comes to coupons, we scan every one of our coupons. I can't tell you how important it is to scan every coupon. But if you're having problems scanning the coupons, and this is what I tell my people, and I'm telling you guys too, take advice from your area manager. Let them know what's going on. You're having a problem with your scanner. Things aren't working. But every one of your QR codes that's presented to you is going to have a number. It's a specific number for that QR code. And I've always been of the idea that if you have a backup log for every one of your coupons that you scan in, then if something doesn't scan right, then you can still give the customer. Now, if it scans red, that's scanning correctly. If it scans red, that means that the customer's already redeemed that coupon at another TNT location. I'm only talking about is if it's an error message saying something like QR is unable to be read, or your QR reader isn't working correctly. Don't let your customers walk out the door without, don't lose those sales. Take a log their name, log the date and time, log that QR number, and then bring it to Return Center. Everything you have, I can't stress this enough, everything that you have, if it's a coupon or anything like that, bring that stuff to the Return Center. Because like he was saying in the video, create a paper trail, bring everything in. If you're matching a competitor's coupon, then take that coupon from them and bring it to Return Center and say, hey, I matched a equal or lesser value on this specific coupon for an item, whatever it might be. That way we, as area managers, can go to those that are above us and we can actually share the case. We can go to them on a case-by-case basis and say, hey, this is what's going on. The reader, blah, 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 from there, okay? But yeah. Anything else, Becky? Allie? Ashleen?
Of course, I've always got something to say.
Oh yeah.
Military discount. I do want to point out we will have a military first responder discount again this year. So you just have your customer text HERO, HERO, to that number there on the screen at 70448. And then from there, it will take them out to, I believe it's our website actually, where they can choose their own coupon. Once they choose the coupon, and I believe they have to write in their email address or their phone number, they will then receive a QR code. So that way, that's what the screen will look like. They will receive a QR code for the coupon that they chose, and then you can redeem that coupon. If they just get to this part of the screen, then they haven't completed the process, and then you can't scan the QR code in order to get credit back. So again, we want to make sure that you guys are getting all the credit back that you are giving away. So, and then there's another example of those Supercenter coupons that we do not accept. Also, one of the ways you can tell we don't accept it is we don't carry those items. So there's a couple that cross over, but most of them we don't carry. And
well,
then again,
and also the way to know that we don't accept a coupon, a TNT coupon, it doesn't have a QR code.
Yep.
If it's got a barcode, that we don't scan barcodes. So if you can see Hallie's phone right now, she's showing you what that coupon looks like from her phone.
Perfect. Don't scan it. She wants credit for it.
I'm not military. I can't get credit.
No, but you're
But
Your
if you do
husband's
have
military.
someone in the military, like a veteran that is older, maybe doesn't have a smartphone, doesn't know how to do technology in any way, you can do that on your phone. You can text HERO to 70448 and ask, like walk with them through it and get their coupon. If it's, someone who just absolutely cannot do it, it's faster to help them than to just be like, trying to like do it on your own, and if you have time, like if it's the 4th of July and you have a long line and no one else can help this person, like, you gotta keep making sales, but it is helpful to just do it for them if they're struggling.
So, and then every email address or phone number, whichever they use, can only receive one of those coupons. So if you use the coupon on your own phone for somebody else, then you wouldn't be able to use it for yourself or your family or whatever. So that is something to be aware of.
And I think
then
we have a question from Darcy.
Yep.
Hi. So, with the whole military discount thing, would it be good, and military discount, the first responder, all that, would it be good to check for their like specific ID type, or so that way there's no one like trying to falsely use it if they are not one of those services?
You can. I mean, you can check, but not every. So for military, not every veteran has an ID card. So you just kind of have to. It's the honor system. I mean, if somebody wants to steal valor, then I mean, it's kind of that honor system that if you want to check it, you can, but it could be a thing, because it's not just active duty, it's also veterans. So that's kind of up to you if you want to give them that discount.
Okay, got it. Thank you so much.
All right, and then let's see, Sherman McCarter.
Yeah, so Randy, I was gonna another question to answer Darcy's question. You're right, most people don't, but even veterans that don't have like a military ID on their license, it'll say veterans now. So they've changed it. So even veterans on their license, it automatically it'll say veteran on it. So they may have the ID for you.
So yes and no. So yes, that is true that my driver's license has veteran on it, but I had to request that. It wasn't automatic. I had to specifically go to the DMV and show my DD 214 as well as my separation papers, and then they they gave, they put it on my driver's license. So
Okay.
that is true to a point, but not all. It's not an automatic thing.
Okay.
All right, and then Jack Schwab, we have a hand raised.
So for each of these discount types, if we do everything right, how does it affect our profit?
Jack?
You mean, I'm sorry, I just want to make sure I understand the question correctly. So if you redeem the coupon appropriately and then you give the coupon appropriate to your customer, how does that affect your profitability? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, so if it's a $50 off 150, so
Okay,
where does
perfect.
that $50 come from?
So depending upon the type of program that you're on, the way that the coupons are built is that you do not make money on that $50, but you do not lose money on that $50. So it doesn't affect your profitability for that $50, if that makes sense. So TNT built it to where we're trying to take care of the customer. We want to upsell them. So if they've got $10 off of a $100 purchase and maybe they came in, only wanting to spend 75, well, we've built them up to that $100 level. So that's where the benefit for you is the larger sale than what would have been. Hopefully that makes sense.
If it helps here, I just want to add, when you have your discount off your product, so you get whatever percentage off a certain item. So each item you sell, you're getting, whatever percentage off. And so what it's doing is it's lowering the price of that item. So you're still getting your discount off that item. It's just the price of the item is lower. So if it's a $100 item, now the price of the item is $75 if it's a 25 off. And so you get your discount off that. And we're crediting you back. So then because you buy your fireworks at the end, not the beginning, when we credit you back, we're crediting you back that amount that the firework is now worth. So now it's worth $75. So we're crediting you back that distance between 75 and 100. So.
And what Hallie said is super important to understand. When you do that coupon, don't do it at the beginning of the sale. You're waiting until the end of the sale. And this is important because if it's a 15 off of 150 and the customer brings up $135 worth of product, you're thinking, oh, well, I mean, they're 15 off. They have the coupon. No, it's 15 off of 150. So they have to hit that threshold of 150 in order to get that $15 off. Because if you give the customer credit and they don't hit that threshold, and then you give them credit off of that, then you are potentially losing money on that sale because those items do not match the coupon. So you're not reaching that threshold. You have to, I cannot stress it. In order to be whole, so that you're not losing money, you have to hit the minimum threshold of that specific coupon.
So I want to dive into what Haley said to make sure I understand. So let me just use a quick example. So someone comes up, they spend $150. Great. They were a 20% program, we're getting 20% profit, right? Which means that we would have made $30 on that. But now we give them a $15 coupon. What is our profit?
Your profit still is the same.
It's $30.
It's the profit percentage. The 20% is still the same.
Yeah, you don't make money or lose money on what the coupon is worth.
I get what you're saying. You're saying the profit's not 30 now.
You would make $27 instead of 30.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
But you're not losing money on it. See, back in the day, for those of us that have been around for a little while and we went to TNTUs, back in the day, we would do this thing and be like, oh, the coupons are just like cash. If you bring in that coupon, it's just like cash. That is not true. The coupon is not like cash. If you have a 20 off of 100 coupon and you bring that 20 in, you're not getting $20. you're getting 20% of the $20. So you're getting $4 instead of 20. Does that make sense? You're not making
Reverse, you're getting 16.
Well, what I'm saying, you're getting credit for 16 instead of getting credit for 20. So like if you were to give me $20, then I'm making my 20% off $20. But if you give me a $20 coupon, you're not getting the full $20 coupon. You're getting the percentage credited back to you at returns. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understood the idea before, right? So it's not a $150 sale anymore. It's $130, it's a $15 coupon, it's $135 sale, and we're still getting 20% of that $135.
Correct.
Yep.
Correct.
Thank you.
So one thing I do need to caveat what Randy said. When you're out running your location during the season, you may see a TNT Fireworks gift card.
Yes, that's different.
That is different from a coupon, and that one is treated like cash. So it looks like a little TNT Fireworks, kind of a credit card ish. Take it as cash, return it back to us. We will credit you back at face value for a TNT Fireworks gift card. I think Sherry's got a question here too. Terry,
She put in the chat that she can't hear sound. I think she's working it out.
Okay. Terry, do you
say something if not?
Terry, do you have a question?
You're on mute if you're talking.
I think you're on mute, Terry.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Figured it out. So they come in with a gift card and they don't use the whole total. How can we keep it from them? They'll want to take it to use the rest of the gift cards later somewhere else.
With a gift card, that one you can give them cash back. So if they've got a $20 gift card and they spend $15.99, you can, go ahead and give them the cash back, the difference.
Okay.
And then you take that $20 gift card, turn it into us. We credit you back for $20.
Okay, that helps. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Tyler Seacrest, a newer operator.
Yeah, I was wondering if you run the gift card through the POS system.
Yes, you do. Yep. The gift card is different in that you don't scan anything. So if for say like the order, they're buying $100 worth of product and they give you a $20 gift card, then you're going to charge, and they're going to charge the rest on their card. Then you do a split payment on the POS system, and you take, Becky's got one right there.
Yep.
And it's a split payment. You charge them $80 and then do $20 cash.
Well, and you'll notice, I don't know if you guys can see it or not. No. Anyway, on the back of every gift card too, there's a code, and you just type in that code on your point of sale system. Like you can search it by item and it'll bring up the gift card. So that way you can enter it as a gift card.
And then when you come to returns, bring all those $20 gift cards at returns. And when we go to our system with discounts and credits and everything, we will take those gift cards from you and give you if you've got 4 of them, we'll give you $80 credit against your bill, or we'll give you $80 that will add to what we owe you at the end, if we owe you anything.
So the other thing we wanted to touch base on too before we answer any more quick questions really quickly is the All-American giveaway. Randy, do you want to handle that one?
Yep. All right. Can you guys see that? So this is this year's giveaway. I don't know what you would call it. Thing, activity, whatever it might be.
It's a way to collect information.
Yeah, definitely. So
and
basically,
reward our customers.
we're rewarding our customers. It's a loyalty kind of a thing. We're giving away an All-American. So what you're going to do is this picture is going to be on instructions in your sign kit. Okay, your sales aid kit. The customer is going to scan the QR code. They're going to fill out the information on that. No purchase necessary. Anybody can scan it. It's not only one person per purchase. Everybody that has a smartphone can scan this QR code and they can enter in to get the All-American. What you're going to do as an operator in your sales aid kit, I'm told that you will have some form of a sticker or something to put on one of the All-Americans that you received. It's part of your order. They're going to come in a box. You're going to pull one of the All-Americans. You're going to put it aside, put the sticker on it, and as the All-American giveaway. Okay. Then what's going to happen is as you sell, encourage people to scan the item. They'll enter their information. All that's fun. And then July 3rd after 11 p.m., the drawing will be held. We're not doing the drawing. It's going to be, the system is going to do the drawing. And that winner will get a text message, just like Hallie showed you, where she got a text message with the coupon. At that point, the customer will redeem the coupon. As far as they'll pull it up to where they have the actual coupon on their phone. They will come back to the location that they signed up for, and that's important because the location is only getting one giveaway. So, and it's going to be tied to that location. So if you have the customer is going to bring you that coupon, and at that point, it turns into just like another coupon that you do. You scan the QR code, you put your location number, all that fun stuff. You give the customer the item, take a picture of it, make it a big deal. Take a picture. Hey, All-American giveaway, post it on your social media. And then when you come to Return Center, in order for you to get credit for that item, to not be charged that item, you have to scan that QR code. At the point before you give it away, you scan that coupon, just like you do another coupon. Make sure that it says redeemed. If it says redeemed, it's green, you're good to go. Okay? And this comes out of your inventory of All-Americans. Pull it out before you sell a single one. That way you have that going on. Anything else that you guys want to add? All right, so there's some questions. So let me go to chat. It says Chase has a question. What's going on?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep.
Quick question. Say somebody, fills out the form and then say their name gets picked. Is there a way on the form that lets them know or that establishes what location they're from? That way, when they come to redeem, there's a way to say, hey, somebody comes to say, I won, I want to claim my prize, but we don't have no way of knowing if they filled it out from our tent or another tent, so that we give them the correct one. Does that make sense?
That totally makes sense. Hold on.
I believe it's done by location number. So if I remember correctly, Randy, when in your sign kit, you'll get a sign that says All-American Giveaway, scan here, and then you'll be able to write in your WAS number or your IDA number, and
Yes.
that is how it is tied. So they scan the code, they fill out the information, and they identify the location that they're filling it out where they scan the code at. So then when the system draws the winner and sends the winner back to you, it will have been one of those people that tied their scan to your location.
That is exactly correct. Yep.
So therefore, on their text message, it'll say the location to redeem it from.
Yes.
It should,
Perfect.
yes. Yeah,
Yep.
perfect.
It'll tell you where. It'll tell the customer where to go
Perfect.
in order
Thank
to
you.
redeem that. All
all
right.
all these QR codes. It's like a QR code for this and a QR code for that, but
All right. Let's see.
Sorry
So,
to interrupt real quick. So how will we know at our location that it was at our location though? Because they're going to bring up a QR code. When we scan it, does it pop up and say our information? Or is it, how do we know that we're at we're at the Keene Road location here in Richland, and they happen to do it over in Pasco. And it comes up, well, they happen to be in West Richland, so they just run over to our shop and say, hey, I won this. Are we going to know that they actually came to our location, did it at our location? Is there any way for us to verify the proper location code?
so I believe when the customer gets a text message and says you're a winner, go pick up your assortment at such and such a location. So, and it'll have the QR code for you as the group to scan. So just verify that when you're scanning that QR code and reading that text that they've won, that they are at the right location. So you might have to send them back to Pasco, or you might have to send them back to, Kennewick or wherever.
All right. Thank you very much, Becky.
You're welcome.
all right. Any other questions? I have Terry's hand is still up. Is that a current question or? Might be from the last.
Sorry, I'll take my hand down.
Oh, all right. Cool
There's
deal.
a bunch in the chat. There's
All
one
right.
way up that we missed about pennies. It says, how are the prices set with regard to there not being pennies anymore? I'm not taking that.
Okay, no, that's fine. No, that's fine. So,
Good question, though.
so pennies are not being created anymore, but there still are pennies in the system. They are still accepted at banks, and we still accept them in payment. They have not stopped accepting pennies. They just have stopped making pennies. So certain businesses have fallen in line with that to where they don't, if it's 4 cents back, they'll give you a nickel. If it's 1 cent back, then they'll just hold the 1 cent from you. But we still accept pennies. And your bank will still accept deposits in pennies. So
But our bank won't give us pennies to give out as change.
Yeah, that's the dilemma.
Yeah, I would just do the round up, round down method. That's what I've seen the majority of businesses do. At this point, it's just nothing. We're not going to get away from them. And then, of course, pennies are still processed as, if you're doing it on a card of some kind. So.
All right. So Blake said, what happens if the customer can't pick it up? Do we just give it away to someone else? No, you do not. That, unfortunately, the way that the system is created, that giveaway is specifically for that one person, and you are not going to, there's not another coupon. There won't be another coupon given out to anybody. So unfortunately, that one, if you don't have it picked up by, yeah, there.
I believe, if I remember correctly, that there is like a deadline to pick it up by.
There is. Let me see if I can find it.
And so my thought is that if nobody comes back and picks it up by that deadline, I mean, I'd still kind of give them some grace, give them a couple hours or whatever. Then just go ahead and sell it. Now, if they do still come back to pick it up, get a hold of your area manager and we can deal with that on a case-by-case basis.
So the redemption on it, it says that it'll be the drawing will be held at 11 p.m. Central Time, and that the assortment tray by July 4th at 9 p.m. Central Time. So I would say after 9 p.m. Central Time.
So that's 7. So
that'd be 7 o'clock our time.
Yep.
So that's a pretty good, if they're getting it by 9 o'clock our time on the 3rd of July, And so they have 22 hours to redeem it until it goes back into the pool.
Is there a way that that can be put in the text message?
I don't have control over that, unfortunately. They're going to have instructions. It's going to give them a text for redemption and all that stuff. So I'm assuming, what happens when you assume, but I am assuming on this one that they'll get that instruction. It has to be redeemed by a certain time. All right. Will there be one picked for every location? Yes, it's one per location. So everybody in the country is getting this promo, and they're gonna have their specific item for their coupons, and it's going to be every single tent. It's not going to be like one per area or one per state. It's every single location.
So it's important to remember, as soon as you get that case of All-American in your inventory, before you even put it out on your shelf or your table, to grab one and tuck it away for that giveaway.
And so I know Hallie answered this question, but I'm going to go ahead and answer it so that everybody can see. It says, what if we don't have any more of the product left for the giveaway? Before you start selling, pull one of the All-Americans out of your inventory, put it behind the register, put it under the register, put it in your car, or wherever. There's a sticker that you're supposed to get with it. Put that sticker on it. It says All-American giveaway. That just take it right out of your inventory, so you don't have to worry about you not having enough product.
If there does happen to be an issue, say someone grabs it and is like, oh, what's this doing down there? Let's put it on the shelf. Just get a hold of your area manager and we can get it figured out for you.
Yeah. And then, am I missing any questions? There
was one I forgot to answer. I'm trying to answer them by messaging. It was, if someone doesn't want cash, if they use the gift card, I would say just let them know, say they have a $20 gift card, they're buying something that's $12, just let them know, hey, I need to take the gift card, whatever amount you aren't using, I'll have to give it to you as cash before you make the transaction. Just to let them know, I wouldn't accept half of a gift card because you need to keep it with you.
Correct.
So if they don't want cash, just let them know, like, sorry, I can't accept the gift card then, because there's no way for me to redeem it and get credit for it from TNT.
Yeah, these aren't like loadable Visa or MasterCards. They're just a piece of paper that's a $20 gift card on like a thicker cardstock paper that TNT creates. There's no loading. There's not $20 on it. It's just valued at $20. So if they're not going to take cash back, that's the only way to give them anything back is cash back.
Yeah. Also, just for you guys to correct me if I'm wrong, someone asked card, cash, and gift card, any other payment methods, Afterpay and Apple Pay. Is there anything else?
What was that, Becky?
Sorry, I was texting a group.
Oh, okay.
So I think it is just the Touch Apple Pay and then Afterpay. I don't think that we've added anything else onto that.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything.
And I believe Afterpay is used in the same way as like a credit card, correct?
Correct.
But you've used it.
Yeah.
So Afterpay is where the consumer owes, I believe it's Apple, right? The consumer owes Apple the money, but Apple gives you as the operator 100% of the money right away. So the consumer can make payments to Apple, but Apple gives you like the full $100 or $120, whatever they spent.
Well,
so it's pretty cool.
And with Apple Pay, or not Apple Pay, but with Afterpay, you don't have to worry about anything on Afterpay. You're not signing people up for Afterpay. It is completely separate. The consumer has to have already signed up for an Afterpay account There is no customer walking in saying, "Oh, you take Afterpay. Can you sign me up?" And it's like, no, we're not this. We're not the body that is signing people up for that. We just accept it as a form of payment. So unfortunately, if they're not already on the Afterpay method, basically what Afterpay is layaway. It's the new style of layaway. It's digital layaway. You can buy now, pay later, and it's accepted at all kinds of places now. But we do accept it, but we are not the ones that sign people up for it and all that fun stuff. We don't deal with any of that stuff. And I see that Darcy has her hand up.
Yeah, just quick question. Can you just verify again for forms of payments, cash, check, card, Apple Pay, and Afterpay? Those are the only ones?
Yep.
Well-
Cash, credit card, debit card. We do Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover.
Personally, I would not take a check.
Oh, did she say check?
Yeah.
Oh, no, we never take checks. No, don't ever take a check.
So
Okay, so-
personally, I wouldn't do it. However, if you like know the person or there's some kind of a relationship like that, that's up to you as the operator. But the check needs to be written to you as the operator, not to TNT Fireworks. So then you would need to take the check in, cash it, and you would be assuming the responsibility for that check. So
Yeah.
that's why
Okay.
I tell my groups I stay away from checks as much as possible.
Yeah, we will accept your check for at the return center if you pay for, like, if you have a bill at the end of the season and you have to pay in a check, we'll accept your check because we have a relationship with you. If we trust you, if we didn't, you wouldn't be running. But so that's how we take those checks. But I would highly discourage any kind of check acceptance at your tent because you don't, unless, like Becky was saying, I mean, I guess if it was your grandmama and she's like, "Hey, I want to buy some fireworks for the cousins," you know that's your grandmama. But if it's just some person that's coming in and writing a check, no, we don't accept checks because you take all liability on that. So it ain't worth it.
Yeah. And you said Visa, MasterCard, Amex, and Discover.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Also along those lines, if someone tries to use their credit card or their debit card and it doesn't work and they're like, "Please type in the PIN code, I promise it works." I don't even think our Square has the option to do that anymore. I'm pretty sure they take it away, but if for some reason it does, or I don't know, if some way you are able to do it, do not do it. This has been a scam in the past where people will pressure you into typing in their credit card number, and when they do that, there's no way to make sure it's a good credit card, and it will just accept it on Square, and then you never got the payment. So never type in a credit card number if their card is not working. Typically, Square will come up and say that it's not working because it's been declined or whatever. And then if their tap is not working or their insert's not working and you need to swipe it, you have to insert it enough times for Square to prompt you and say, "Okay, this has not worked, 2 times or whatever, swipe it." And it will say like what to do, like, "Oh, didn't work, try it again, didn't work, try it again. Okay, now swipe." And you do that because then Square is responsible because it does, it's a higher merchant charge when you swipe. And that goes on us, but yeah. We are asking you to follow Square's promptings because if Square's prompting you to swipe, then it's not a higher charge. So that's why you listen to them.
Yeah, Square will prompt you to do it 3 times. It'll prompt you to chip it 3 times, and once that 3rd time comes up as a bad chip, then it will tell you to do it, and it takes the liability away from us as a entity, you as the customer that's trying to do it. But yeah, never key in anything. It's always 100% a scam.
Yeah.
It's 100% a scam.
I am pretty sure that they did take that away from us for this.
Which would be amazing.
Yeah. So never, ever, cannot stress it enough. Never, ever key in a credit card.
Yeah. My territory got nailed for 10 grand about 3 or 4 years ago. And then Katrina, who Ashley took over for, Hers got nailed for another like 13 grand. So never key in anything. Always chip. And then as the last resort, after 3 times, you can swipe it. So what about cards that do not have a chip? I would say go ahead and swipe it. It'll at that point, if the card does not have a chip, because some gift cards don't have chips, the majority of mainstream banking institutions do have chips because it's actually starting to become a requirement. But in that case, if it doesn't have a chip, go ahead and swipe it. At that point, you can't chip it, so just swipe it, and then it will go through the process.
Yeah, typically it's, older folks have, a debit card they've had forever and haven't had to replace for some reason, and they have no chip. Or if it's like a credit union that's just behind on the times.
Some of the
So
smaller banks have that way, but
So Hallie, I totally resemble that older person with a debit card that doesn't have a chip. I just, I haven't gotten a new one yet.
and I do agree with Tim. Be very suspicious. Be highly suspicious of anybody coming in. I would love to be able to believe every single person is perfectly happy and joy, and they're up and up, but it just be suspicious of everybody that's trying to do something out of the norm when it comes to accepting cards. But we're kind of getting in the weeds on this one.
Yeah, other thing, just to close it off, what Tim says, it'll be accepted, but then they'll object the charge. So the cool thing about using R-Square is that if someone goes back and says, oh, I didn't make this charge, and they decline it, and that's a scam people will do, R-Square does protect you from that. Because it's under our account, we're the one that takes the hit if someone goes back and says, oh, I didn't make this charge, this wasn't me, because you can do that. They could go shop at your stand, use their card, and then go back and say they didn't do it. So that's just another cool thing about R-Square protects you. So
yeah, as long as you follow the procedure, that's what protects you. The procedure is what protects you. If you chip it 3 times, it doesn't work. That's when Square will then prompt you to do it. And once Square prompts you to do it, that removes liability. If you just are busy and you only have one chip reader, but you have a phone that still accepts the 1/8" jack for the swiper, and you do all this stuff and you're swiping cards and chipping them, then you're opening yourself up when you're swiping it without the prompt. But if once you chip it, everything is in the process, then you're covered. If you key a card, it's 100%. Square will do the investigation, and they will take about 2 seconds on that. They will look at what transaction type, and if it says keyed, it will automatically be ruled in the favor of the owner of the card, and we will lose money. That's just the way. There's zero fight on that. It's just the way it is.
Well, not only so, actually that charge is passed on to the group.
Yes, it is.
So when Randy says it actually ends up being you guys as the group. And so that's why, like, you just never, ever, ever key anything.
Yep.
So it's really important. We don't want you guys to lose money at all in any way, shape, or form.
In fact, I would rather you miss out. I mean, and I don't want to go too much detail, but when I walked into my group's tent, that they were giddy as all get out because they had just done a $10,000 sale, and they were like high-fiving and like, yeah, look what we did. And when I heard that, I all the blood in my body like drained into the ground, and I had to sit down because I was like, oh, dude, it's not worth it. I would rather you lose that sale, because let's just say you lose the sale. Let's say it's legit. Let's just say it's legit. You lose that sale because you're being responsible when it comes to this. You lose the sale. And let's say you don't sell that product through the 4th of July. You bring that product back and you don't lose anything because we give you credit for that product back. But so I would rather you lose the sale because you're not going to get money on it, but neither are we. We got product. So it's like you never even got that product. But I would really hate to have to pick up the phone and give you a call and say, hey, you know that purchase that you got for $2,000 and you were jumping for joy? Well, it was fraud and we're sending you an invoice for $2,000. That can ruin your whole season right there. Just one transaction. So just don't do it. Just be very cynical when it comes to payments. If they can't do it the right way, then just don't do it.
Yeah, and then with what Randy was saying, if things get busy, a lot of people, they want to use the swipe, as a second line. What you can do is set up a second line that is just cash only and be like, hey, if you have cash, come over to this line. And then that takes away the temptation to want to use the swiper as a second option for taking payment. Since it's not a second option, it's a backup for people who don't have chips. So
yeah, definitely.
Perfect. Do we have any other coupon questions?
Yes.
Just to kind of bring her back around to coupons. But those are all very good questions and things that we definitely need to cover. So
I don't see anything else that we haven't done.
perfect. So one last thing I do want to say is if you guys do get into this season, as far as payment processing, I'll bring her back around. And you do find that you do need a second form of processing, just get a hold of us. Sometimes we have extra equipment. If we don't have extra equipment, we can direct you to how to get a second point of sale set up. So definitely just work with your area manager if you end up finding that you have those needs.
And I do want to add one last thing, because I know that when we kind of got off topic, but if this is okay to talk about this stuff. I mean, I'd rather talk to a group of a bunch of people than have to give this conversation to 15 different groups. So when it comes to the payment side of things, I will tell you that the people who did the scam, it was a scamming group that went to location to location. And I don't want to scare anybody off. I don't want if we sell the product correctly, everything is good. But they were looking for specific types of tents that were very understaffed. A lot of times it was younger females that they were casing. So just make sure that have it more than just two people. I mean, if we set ourselves up to take falls because of poor planning, and if we just take that extra 10 seconds and plan to have an extra person there, and we know that we're telling our people don't do this, then knowledge is power. So I'll leave you at that. Knowledge is power. The more people you have, the less likely bad things are going to happen. So
also, I will be sharing this video with each of, Becky, Randy, Ashleen, and then they'll distribute it to the groups. I know I got a lot of questions in the chat. I'm going to put it in a Google Drive because the video is way too long to email or share in traditional methods. So I'll share that Google Drive link to them and they'll distribute it, but it will be later today because it takes a long time to download on my computer. So.
Well, and then also just so everybody knows, the coupon video will be part of this year's TNT University. So once we get all of those videos together and we pass out TNT University, definitely with all of your key people, sit down and watch the videos together, or Each one will have its own QR code you can share as necessary. But those videos are a wealth of information. Also, your area manager is a wealth of information. So I tell everybody, don't be shy. I would rather you guys ask me a question than make a mistake that's going to cost you money. So text, email, IM, however you want to communicate, we are all open to, and that's very important to us. So on that, if nobody has any more questions, we can call it good for today.
Wrap it up.
Everybody good?
Yeah,
thanks. All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming. We really appreciate you taking the time. And we definitely went longer than I thought we were going to go, but it was all very good questions, and there was a lot of really good information shared. So thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. Be
Thanks,
safe.
Sandy.
Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.